Arranca la segunda parte de este programón del día de la fecha, de Esto, la fábrica del día de hoy, esta sección en donde lo que hacemos es repensar, reanalizar, redefinir todo lo que tiene que ver y que rodea con el mundo de la industria de la música. Una industria que hace un par de años nada más, hace un puñadito de años nada más, precisaba de barcos, de aviones, de containers que distribuyan de un lado al otro del planeta Tierra todo lo referido al mundo de la música. Para hablar de todos esos cambios que han habido en estos últimos anitos nada más, con todas estas cosas digitales que han aparecido y esas cosas que a los grandes como Raúl les cuesta tanto entender, es que nos nutrimos de diferentes diálogos. Hemos hablado con organizadores de festivales, productores y con músicos, muchos músicos, como es el caso del día de la fecha donde viajamos para Ohio, si no digo mal, para Estados Unidos, con los amigos de SUNGAZE que ya están conectados con nosotros. Hi, how are you? My name is Manu, there is Raulo. Are you listening me good?
Yes. How are you?
Excellent. Hey, I'm very glad to talk with you. Thanks for your time. What time is there?
It's like 10:45 a.m.
Excellent. Thanks a lot for staying tuned with us. Bueno, Raulo, mandate, ya te los ablandé, así que mandale.
Sí, perfecto. Sí, thanks for your time. We are live. We are going to start with the interview, so please tell us your full name, where are you from, and how old are you?
Sure. My name is Ivory Snow. I'm 31 and from Ohio, USA.
And I'm Ian Hilvert, and I'm 34 and also from Ohio, USA.
Perfecto. Estamos hablando con dos integrantes de SUNGAZE. Can you repeat your name, please?
Mine?
Sí.
Ivory Snow.
My English is horrible. Ivory Cell. Something like that.
Yeah. Ivory like the color and then snow like the weather.
Okay, thanks for that. Bueno, y tienen 31 y 34 años. Es espectacular, empieza todo bien. And can you tell us which is your first memory of you listening to music?
First memory of listening to music actually is I was really little and I was hypnotized by U2's Mysterious Ways. I would just dance non-stop throughout the whole song when I was like 2 years old.
Michael Hutchins. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
For me, it was probably listening to Piano Man by Billy Joel on my parents' stereo.
Okay, you're not the first one. Billy Joel is really big. ¿No? Ahí está, Manu.
Yes.
Lo que me decís vos, tenés razón. Bueno, y lo que nos estaban comentando que su primer recuerdo escuchando música es U2, Mysterious Waves, Michael Hutchins, y bueno, y Piano Man de Billy Joel. And can you tell us which was your first instrument and which was the first song that you learned?
My first instrument was electric guitar. I think probably one of my favorite songs that I loved and liked to play was actually TNT by AC/DC.
Timón.
Yeah.
Ya está, sí. And for you?
My first instrument, I think, was actually flute. I tried to play that in like second grade. I couldn't tell you the first song I learned on there, some classical thing.
Okay. Bueno, nos estaba contando su primer recuerdo, su primer instrumento fue la guitarra y ya apareció AC/DC con TNT. Y bueno, para ella el primer instrumento fue la flauta y realmente no se acuerda cuál fue la primera canción, puede ser algo clásico. And can you tell us which was the first concert that you went?
First concert. My first concert was this band called it was a heavy metal concert, and it was Animosity and Black Dahlia Murder and Brain Drill.
Really bad,
yeah.
heavy. After In Excess, perfect. Sí, and for you, wow. Sí.
Mine was Avril Lavigne.
Avril Lavigne, perfect. Sí, it was in a big place or in a small place, Avril Lavigne?
Big place.
Big place. Sí.
Segunda vez que sale en el día, sí. No le contés que hablábamos con una banda, no le conté, pues segunda vez que sale.
It's the second time that someone says Avril Lavigne. She's today, really famous today. Sí, it's incredible. And can you tell us how did SUNGAZE begin and why you put that name?
It began so like I said about my metal concert, I used to be into metal music, but after I wanted to try making other music, I was really influenced by like Tame Impala and Washed Out and some other more indie artists, and I wrote some songs and recorded them, and then I had some different members for a while, and then eventually Ivory joined as a keyboardist, and then eventually started singing, and then kind of moved into the the lead woman role. But the band name, I think actually Ivory came up with when she was we used to work at a Whole Foods, a grocery store here, and she came up with the band name while we were working, I think.
Yeah, just kind of randomly came to mind.
Perfect. I think that is the best way to meet someone, random, in a random way. I love that kind of thing. And the name, why SUNGAZE?
No real reason, it just felt right.
Yeah, I mean, like, even though we make maybe more melancholy or like on the sad side of music, like, at heart we're still sunny people, so maybe there was like a kind of like this hopeful element in the name, even though we make sad music.
I don't think that it's sad. I don't think that it's sad. I think that it's
good.
No, it's like a journey, like a trip. I don't know, because maybe because of the sound of the guitar, but it makes me think, not in a sad way for me.
Yeah. Okay, well, good.
Cool.
I like that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
And in July of 2017, you released your first single, Whisper. How was the recording process of Whisper?
Yeah. So that was I came up with like the riffs to the song. I think I recorded guitar, and then my drummer did the drum tracking, and then I think I kind of played like the keys and like the rest of the song. Or did you play keys on that?
I think I did.
Yeah. So it was a proper full band. Each person played their parts, and then I recorded it on my computer and just did my best to mix it after that.
It was everything homemade.
Yeah, homemade. Yep.
Yeah, everything we've done.
Perfect. I love that. See, in July of 2025 of this year, you released your last single, Rice Krispies. You changed many things in the recording process, or it was more or less the same?
Well, so after our first album, Light and All of It, after that one in 2019, after that it's just been me recording all of the instruments, actually, majority of the time, and then Ivory does vocals. But mostly anyway. So Rice, like, I've just been basically the way we do it is the same, but I just try to get better and make a better quality sounding recording each time.
Wow. Muy bueno.
Traducime un toquecito, Raúl, lo que me perdí.
Manu, nos estaban contando, en 2017 sacaron, I'm going to make a little translation for the Spanish listeners.
Yes.
Que en 2017 sacaron su primer single que se llama Whisper. Bueno, y en 2025, en julio de los 2000, hace poquito, sacaron el último que se llama Rice Krispies. Y lo que nos estaban diciendo es todo homemade, es todo hecho en casa. O sea, la calidad de audio que consiguieron con eso. I really like the quality of the audio. It's incredible. Sí. Y que bueno, mayormente hace todo él, bueno, y ella va produciendo por ejemplo cosas de teclados o pianos, y la voz, fundamentalmente la voz la hace todo ella, y bueno, que es todo hecho en casa, así que el sonido es increíble. No sé, si querés sí, dale.
Sí, ¿cómo hacen en vivo? Porque son varios en vivo,
sí.
Son varios.
Manu wants to know, when you play live, how do you manage that?
Oh, yeah. So live we have a full band, so like drums, bass, and actually her sister plays bass, and then we have two other guitarists, so 3 guitarists total.
A lot of people.
Six people.
I say always that the Americans, the United States, have the best musician maybe, but the English people know how to make a group, how to work in team. In your case, you work very well in team, in live. I see you videos in YouTube and it sounds like a wall, like a wall of sound. You are you let the musicians be free, or you say, no, that you do that, and you are strict? Because I feel like a listener that is very think that every guy, every woman of the band, is this way, or I'm wrong.
Right. No, you're mostly right. It is pretty specific, and it is, like you said, it's like you're doing this, you're doing that, but there are, of course, details, and like once they have the general idea for the song, like once they can play it close enough, I let them have a little bit of their say in it. But it starts off definitely being like, learn it as close to the song as you can. So, yeah.
And
you have to be very zen mode, no? It's hard to transmit that to the musicians. That's it.
Muy buena pregunta,
Claro.
Manu. Si te parece
It's a talent.
Sí,
It's a talent.
Sí, I think that Manu have great questions because we want to know when you have to tell someone you have to play like this, or you have to play. How is the transmission part? You know, is when they play it wrong or with another audio. How do you manage that?
Oh yeah, like you mean when they're learning the songs?
No, not only that. You see, in that part and in the search of the audio, you know, it's like, how do you teach them to play?
Yeah. I will send them. I will isolate just the guitar and send that to them. Or drums or whatever it is. Most of the time people can just learn from picking up the song, which is great. That's the talented thing. Yeah.
Sí.
No, but have the patience, the time to do that is very hard. It's very hard work.
I'm very thankful for all the time that my people put in, for sure. Yeah.
Muy buena pregunta, Manu. No queda para las próximas. Esa me gusta, la manera de transmitirle la manera de tocar.
Sí, Raúl, soy un grosso.
Me gustó para las próximas. No, porque influye también mucho en el riff. I'm a bass player, you know, and when the guitar player said play like this, it's hard for me, you know, that kind of things. So I understand the question of Manu. Manu is a guitar player, so I can understand everything that he's saying now. And
That's fun.
Can you tell us how do you produce the visual parts?
Oh wait, how do we produce, what is it?
The visual parts, the front page of the how do you say, the singles, or the
like the artwork?
The artwork, exactly, that kind of thing.
Sure. I do all of that mostly. I kind of will. Well, it depends on each single. Usually I'll have, I'm always taking photos, and so I'll have ones that I save in my phone that feel special to me, and then basically when we have a release coming up, I'll kind of revisit those, or sometimes I'll have an image come to mind, and then I'll go and find it in my library of pictures that I've taken, and then end up using that for the single or album artwork. That's generally how it goes.
When it comes to the visual arts of things, it is 99% ivory.
Well, they are beautiful. Sí, they are beautiful. We really like it.
Thank you.
Sí, but
tienen your own style. That's
el estilo, exactamente. Sí. And we have to make the question: do you use AI, artificial intelligence?
No, never.
No. Todos están en contra, Manu, es tremendo. Si te parece, 3 preguntas más, Manu.
Sí, vamos
bien. Dale, perfecto. Sí. Can you tell us something about the music scene in Ohio? How, which people do you play and that kind of things?
Oh yeah, sure. In Ohio, there's a few major cities, and then the one that we live in, there is a pretty strong music scene, and a lot of those people know each other and are connected. And there's a lot of different styles. There's some incredible bands that are very original and very kind of cutting edge. So to speak, but it is definitely a a thriving, healthy music scene that we have, which I'm thankful for.
Of course. Which kind of genres of type of music?
I would say a lot of like just kind of indie rock or garage rock kind of sounds, like a little maybe on the punkish side almost. Some of that, and then there's some kind of folky kind of acoustic bands, or maybe a little bit of like a country or bluegrass sound. Maybe those are the most common ones.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Then can you send to us some links of your favorite bands or your friends, and maybe we can meet them?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks for that. And can you tell us something about the future plans of SUNGAZE?
Sure. I can't say too much about it because things are still in the works, but there is a lot of new music that's on the way, either later this year or early next year. So looking forward to that. Also have some music videos that we have in mind that we want to be producing this summer before it gets cold again. And just keeping on.
Play music and making videos. Perfect.
Yes.
Thanks for your time. We really enjoy and appreciate that you are awake at this time. Just to finish the interview, we are going to play Feel Better Tomorrow. Can you tell us something about that particular song?
Sure. So we wrote that one towards the end of last year, and it was it started out with this riff that Ian was playing around the apartment for a few days that we really liked and kind of just blossomed into what it is now. I wrote the lyrics, and it's about my experience that I've had with my health over the past few years. I've had some issues with chronic illness type things. And so I wrote it from kind of a place of frustration, but also wanting people who have been in a similar boat to have something that's maybe comforting to them when they're having days where they're not feeling great. And also to feel like represented, because I feel like there's not a lot of music out there that taps into that specific kind of thing. So
perfect. We hope that you are going well. And thanks for that information. Thanks for your time, for your support, and we keep in touch. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.